Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Gems of Knowledge. So I'm here with another video on the topics polynomial, that is exercise 2.3. So this complete exercise is dependent on the remainder theorem which is already uploaded on my channel. If you have not watched with that remainder theorem, so do watch it. The link will be provided into the description box. So before starting my video, you know the drill. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button to get the notification as soon as I post my new videos. Okay, so here the first question is given as find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by. Here few more questions have been asked. In that first one is x plus 1. So I have differentiated a column here. Okay, so you can see I have differentiated a column here just to do a rough work which is present here and to solve the remainder theorem here. Okay, so let us solve the remainder theorem over here, and this empty space is for the rough work which I am going to show you while doing this division part. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to write this into this form. Okay, so this is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and the thing which we are going to divide with is written here inside, that is x plus 1. Okay, so we need to divide this following things now. So let us take the first one here, that is x cube. We need to take this x cube and it must be divided with this x. Okay, so x cube must be divided with this x. Okay, so it will become x cube can be written as x into x, correct, divided by this x. So this x and 1x is cancelled. What we are left with? X square. We are left with x square. So this x square which we got here, we need to mention it here. Okay, now this x square must be multiplied with this whole term. So let us multiply it here, x square into x plus 1. So what we are getting when we multiply this x square with this x, we are getting x cube, and this plus will be as it is, and x square into 1 will be x square. So this x cube plus x square must be written here, x cube plus x square. Okay, now the final thing which we need to do here is we need to change the sign here. As this is plus sign, this we have to change it into minus sign, and here it is my plus sign, again we need to change it into minus sign. So now what happens here is, you can see this is plus x cube, and here after changing sign it became minus x cube. So we can cancel this both the terms. We are left with, you can see here, x cube 3x square minus x square. So 3x square minus x square, we will get 2x square, and this thing we need to write it as it is below. Okay, now this was the first step which has been completed. Now we need to move on for the second step. So here also we need to use this 2x square and it must be divided by this x variable. Okay, so 2x square divided by x. So 1x and 1x from here will be cancelled. What is remaining with us? 2 and 1x will be remaining. 2x. Okay, so plus 2x, we need to write this here. Now we need to multiply this 2x with this whole x plus 1. So here only we'll multiply it with x plus 1. So what we are going to get? 2x into x, we are getting 2x square, plus 2x into 1, we are getting 2x. Okay, so this term we are going to write it here, 2x square plus 2x. Okay, then we need to change the sign again. Here it will become minus and here it will become minus. So this thing and this thing will be cancelled. We are remaining with 3x minus 2x. 3x minus 2x will be 1x. So we can write it as x, and this term will be taken down. So plus 1 will be taken down. Okay, now you need to again divide this x with this one. So you are getting x divided by x. When you cancel this, you are left with 1. Okay, so you are going to write plus 1 over here. Okay, so 1 into x will be x plus 1 into 1 will be 1. Okay, how you got this? You can see here, this 1 must be again multiplied with this. So x plus 1. So you are getting 1 into x will be x plus 1 into 1 will be again 1. So you got x plus 1. So you are writing x plus 1 over here. So this is minus and this is also minus. So you are getting plus and minus is cancelled. Here also plus 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled. You are left with 0. So this is nothing but the solution of the remainder theorem. So you are getting with the 0 answer. Okay. So let's move on to the second one. Okay, now moving to the second question here. The second question is x minus half. So let us start here. The question here was x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Okay, so this question must be divided with x minus half. So what we need to do here is we need to take this x cube and it should be divided by this x. So x cube, when it is divided by x, we get x square, because here 3x are there, and if we divide it by 1x, we are remained with 2x. Okay, so that x square must be written over here. Okay, then this x square must be multiplied with this number, that is x minus half. So what we are getting here is x square into x, we are getting x cube minus, let us write this half as it is, and it is multiplied by x square. We will keep this as it is. Now this whole term must be written below this, that is x cube minus half x square. Okay, by changing the signs over here, we are getting this as minus and this must be as plus. So now this and this will be cancelled. What is remaining with us is 3 plus half x square. So we are getting 3 plus half, okay, and x square for both the cases. That we will keep it outside. So how to add this now? Just you can see, you have to multiply this with this, that is 3 2s are 6 we are getting, plus 1 we are getting 7 by 2, okay, and x square will be as it is. So this will become 7 by 2 x square, and then this 3x we are going to keep it below this, plus 3x, sorry, this is 3x. Then next, again this 7 by 2 x square must be divided by this x. So we are getting 7 by 2 x square must be again divided by x. So 1x and 1x from here will be cancelled. We are remained with 7 by 2x. So this 7 by 2x will be written here. That is plus 7 by 2x. Okay. Now this 7 by 2x must be multiplied with this x minus half. Okay, so it will become 7 by 2x should be multiplied by this x minus half. So we are getting 7 by 2x into x, we are getting 7 by 2x square, and this minus will be as it is. 7 1s are 7 divided by 2 2s are 4, and this x will be mentioned here itself. Okay, now this whole term must be written below this, that is 7 by 2x square minus 7 by 4x. So here plus will be changed into minus and this minus will be changed into plus. So this term and this term will be cancelled. What is remaining? 3 plus 7 by 4 of x will be remaining. Okay, that is 3 plus 7 by 4 of x is remaining. So let us continue here. Here you can see what you have to do here is you need to add this. Okay, so sorry, multiply this. 3 4s are 12, 12 plus 7 will be 19 by 4 into x. This x will be as it is. So we are getting here 19 by 4 of x. Then this 1 is remaining. We should take it down. It will become plus 1. Okay. Next, again this 19 by 4x must be divided by this x. So we will get 19 by 4x. This is divided by again x. So this x and this x will be cancelled. What is remaining? 19 by 4 is remaining. So that we will write it here. That is plus 19 by 4. Okay. And this 19 by 4 again it should be multiplied by this whole term. So here only we will multiply this minus half. So here we are getting 19 by 4 into x will be 19 by 4x minus 19 ones are 19 divided by 4 twos are 8. So we are left with 19 by 4x minus 19 by 8. So here after changing of the sign we are getting here minus and here we've got plus. So here finally we will get the answer as 1 plus 19 by 8. So here we are getting 8 ones are 8 plus 19 will be 27 by 8. So this will be the answer. Okay, this is the solution for your second one. Okay, so you can see the next question here, that is only x has been given and you need to divide this with the same question, that is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 and it should be divided with only x. Okay, so you can see here x cube, when it is divided by x we get the value to be as x square. Okay, and that x square must be written over here. So when you multiply this x square into x, we are getting x cube. Okay, change the sign here. So what we are getting here, this one and this one will be cancelled out. So what is remaining here, this one will come down. So you will get 3x square. Okay, this one will come down, so you are getting 3x square. Again this 3x square must be divided with again x. So this 3x square must be again divided by x. So we are left with x and x will be cancelled. We are left with 3x. So this 3x we are going to write it here, that is 3x, and again you multiply this 3x with this x. So we are getting 3x into x, we are getting 3x square. Okay, again you have to change the sign here and this one will be cancelled out. So we are remaining with nothing and this 3x we can take it down. So when again this 3x is divided by again this one, so you are getting x will be cancelled, you are left with only 3. So you will write plus 3 and this 3 is multiplied by again x. So 3 into x, you are getting 3x. Again change the sign over here and you are getting 0 and this plus 1 will be taken down. Okay, so now you cannot divide this one with this x, so the remainder is 1 itself. Okay, so next question you can see D1. D1 is given as x plus pi and this should be divided with the same polynomial, that is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. Okay, so this is the polynomial and it should be divided by this x plus pi. Okay, so you can see here again it is given as x cube. This x cube must be again divided by this x. So we are getting x cube when it is divided by x. So we are getting x square as always. Okay, so this x square must be written here to the question part. Now this x square must be multiplied with this x plus pi. So here we will multiply it. Here x square into x plus pi, we are getting x square when it is multiplied by x, we are getting x cube, plus when we are multiplying this pi into x square, we are getting pi x square. We will keep this pi as it is. Okay, so this value we are going to write it here, that is x cube plus pi x square. Okay, sign change. Then this one and this one will be cancelled. What is remaining with us, that is, we cannot subtract this. You can see here we are getting 3 minus pi of x square. So what we need to do this is, we need to keep this value as it is here. So we will keep 3 minus pi x square, we will keep it as it is. Okay, so now this whole value must be again divided by x. So we are getting 3 minus pi x square, it must be divided by this x. So again x value and this one value will be cancelled. So what is remaining with us? 3 minus pi of x is remaining. Okay, so this value must be written here, plus 3 minus pi of x. Okay, and this whole term must be multiplied by this whole term again. So we are getting 3 minus pi of x. Okay, it should be multiplied by again x plus pi. So we are getting the answer as, see here, you need to multiply this twice. So here what we have to do is, we need to multiply this 3 with this also x, as well as this also, as well as this. Okay, so what we will get the answer, 3x into x, 3 into x and again into x. So we are getting 3x square. Okay, then again this 3 into pi we need to do, 3x into pi. Again we are getting here plus 3x into pi. Okay, then now minus pi into x into x. So we are getting minus pi x square. Okay, and minus pi x into again pi. So minus pi square x. So this we are getting. Okay. Okay, so now you can see here x square we got 2 values, and x we got 2 values. So what we need to do, we need to differentiate this, that is 3 minus x. Okay, so this 3 minus pi into x square we will keep outside. Okay, then plus we will take, and this is 3 minus pi square. Sorry, this is 3 pi, 3 along with pi is there, that we will write here, 3 pi minus pi square we have taken, and outside the bracket we will write it as x, this x and this x. Okay, for both. So this complete value must be written below this, that is 3 minus pi of x square plus 3 pi minus pi square of x. Okay, now after changing the signs over here, so what value we are getting here is, this value and this value will be cancelled out. Okay, so we are remaining with, see, actually this value to be taken down. So here we are getting 3x, so we need to minus this value also. So what we are getting, see here, x and x both the sides are there, so we will keep it outside. So this 3 we are going to take. Okay, and this minus 3 pi minus pi square. Okay, so see here one more minus won't come, so here minus into minus we got here plus, and outside x will be there, and this one, the one which is remaining over here, it must be written as here plus 1. Okay, now again this whole term will be divided by this x again. So we are getting 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square of x. Okay, it must be divided by again x. So x and x will be cancelled. What is remaining? This whole term will be remaining, that is plus 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square. Okay, so here you can see this whole term must be again divided with this whole term. So that is 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square must be again divided by x plus pi. So we are getting 3 into x, we are getting 3x. Again 3 into pi, we are getting plus 3 pi. Okay, then minus 3 pi into x, we are getting minus 3 pi x. Again minus 3 pi into pi, we are getting minus 3 pi square. Now plus pi square into x is plus pi square x. Okay, plus into plus, we are getting plus pi square into pi square, we are getting pi cube. Okay, so here you can see the term which contains x we will differentiate here. Here you can see x and it also contains x. So this can be written as 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square of x. Okay, then the remaining terms are plus 3 pi minus 3 pi square plus pi cube. Okay, so let us write this complete term here. That is, here we are getting 3 minus 3 pi plus pi square of x plus 3 pi minus 3 pi square plus pi cube. Okay, so next we need to change the sign over here. Here the sign changes and here also the sign changes. Okay, here we need to keep it like this. Okay, so that the sign changes here. So you can see here plus this whole and minus this whole will be cancelled. So what is remaining with us? Plus 1 is remaining, this one, minus 3 pi. Okay, again minus into minus, plus 3 pi square. Again minus into plus, we are remained with minus pi cube. So now you can see there is no x present here. Okay, again we cannot divide this number. So this will be the remainder and this is the solution of that fourth one problem. Okay, so do not get confused over here. So if you see it once more and if you practice it, you will definitely get the answers to this one. Okay, so we shall move to the next one, that is fifth one. Here with the same question we need to solve for the fifth one also, that is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 and this will be the, okay, so we need to divide it with this one. Okay, so here you can see this x cube must be divided with this 2x. Okay, always remember the x cube, whatever the dividend is there, it must be divided with the divisor which contains x there. Okay, so you can see x cube, again when it is divided by 2x we are left with x cube, when it is divided by x we are left with x square and divided by 2 will be left with us. Okay, so that first term we are going to write it here, that is x square by 2. Now this x square by 2 must be multiplied with this whole term, that is 5 plus 2x. So we are getting 5 into x square, we are getting 5 by 2, x square will be as it is, plus this is plus x square into 2x is 2x cube divided by 2 again. So you can see here this 2 and this 2 we can cancel, we are left with x cube. So the cube one we will write below this cube. So we are getting x cube plus 5 by 2, this x square will be as it is. Now the signs will change here. So you can see here the x cube and negative x cube will be cancelled. So we are remained with 3 minus 5 by 2. So we are remained with 3 minus 5 by 2 of x square. So here when you multiply this 2 into 3, 2 3s are 6, 6 minus 5 is 1 x square by 2. So you are left with here x square, sorry, we will write it like this, 1 by 2 x square. Okay, this can be written as 1 by 2 and the 6 square will be as it is. Next, you need to take this one, that is plus 3x. Okay, now you will divide this one. So 1 by 2 x square must be divided by again this 2x. So x, so you can see here how you can write this term. You will write this term like this, 1 by 2 x square. Again, when you take this 2x to the upper side, it will be multiplied by this 2x, this 2. Okay, so here x and 1x will be cancelled. So we are remained with 1 by 4 and x. Okay, so this 1 by 4 of x must be written here, plus 1 by 4 of x. Now this must be again multiplied by this whole number. So here we are getting 1 by 4 of x must be multiplied by 5 plus 2x. So we are getting 5x by 4, 5 by 4 of x plus 2x into 1 by 4. So you are getting 2 by 4 into x will be, this x into x will be x square. So here 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4 you are getting. So here you are left with, you can see here x square by 2. Okay, 1x square by 2. So that you have to write it here, 1 by 2x square. Okay, plus 5 by 4 of x. Again change the signs here. So you are left with this one and this one will be cancelled. So you are left with 3 minus 5 by 4 x. So 3 minus 5 by 4 of x. So you are getting 3 4s are 12. 12 minus 5 you are getting 7 by 4 of x. Okay, so you are writing here that is 7 by 4 of x, and this plus 1 will be taken down again, that is plus 1. So again you need to divide this 7 by 4x by 2x. Okay, divide this 7 by 4x by again 2x. So what you are getting, x and x will be cancelled. So it is remaining as, okay, like this, and when you take this 2 upside it will become like this. So you are getting 4 2s are 8. Okay, so this 7 by 8 you are going to mention it into the question part, that is 7 by 8. So when you multiply this 7 by 8 with this 5 plus 2x, you are getting, so you need to multiply this 7 by 8 into with this 5 plus 2x. So you are getting 7 by 8 when you are multiplying with 5 by 2x. You are getting the value as 7 5s are 35 and it is divided by 8, this 8, plus 7 2s are 14 and this x will be as it is divided by this 8. Okay, so this 14 by 8x must be mentioned here. Okay, here. So before that let us open it. So 2 7s are 14 and 2 4s are 8. So you are left with 7 by 4 of x, okay, plus 35 by 8. Again changing the signs. So this one and this one will be cancelled. So what we are remaining with, 1 minus 35 by 8 is remaining. This 1 minus 35 by 8 will be remaining. So here the answer will be 8 1s are 8. 8 minus 35 is minus 27 by 8. Okay, so this will be the answer here. Okay, so moving on to the second question here. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. So this term is divided by x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a must be divided by this x minus a. Okay, so the same thing we need to do here. x cube must be divided by this x cube must be divided by this x, so we are left with x square, and this x square will be returned here into the quotient. So now x square must be again multiplied by this x minus a, so you are getting x square into x, you are getting x cube minus a into x square, so you are getting ax square. So this whole term must be written here, x cube minus ax square. So change the sign here, plus to minus, here change it to plus. So what you are getting, this and this will be cancelled, this and this will be cancelled, as this is minus and this is plus. So what will be remaining, the next two terms will be taken, that is 6x minus a. Okay, now you need to divide 6x divided by x. This 6x must be divided by this x. So what we are getting, we are getting only 6 after cancelling this x and x. So it will be plus 6. Okay, now you need to multiply the 6 into x, you are getting 6x minus this minus 6 into a, you are getting, okay. So next change the signs here, so this one and this one will be cancelled. What we are left with, a minus a plus 6a, so we are left with plus 5a, so this will be the answer. Next, moving to the last question of this exercise, that is third one. Check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So here we need not to solve the whole division method. What we need to do here is we need to check whether this 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x or no. Okay, so for that what we need to consider, we need to consider this our polynomial to be p of x, that is 3x cube plus 7x, and these terms should be considered as g of x, that is 7 plus 3x. Okay, next we need to do, we should consider this g of x must be equal to 0. We should equate it to 0. So g of x value is 7 plus 3x, which is equals to 0. So we are getting 3x is equals to, when we take this 7 to this side, we are getting minus 7, and the value of x will be minus 7 divided by 3. Since here it is 3 into x, so when we take this 3 to this side, we are getting divided by 3. So this will be the value of x, which we need to substitute into this p of x. So p of, instead of x we are going to take minus 7 by 3, which is equals to 3 into, instead of x again we are taking the value of x, that is minus 7 by 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. Okay, so here we are getting 3 will be as it is, 7 into 7 into 7, 7 sevens are 49, and 49 into 3 we are getting minus 343 divided by 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. Okay, plus 7 sevens are 49, minus will be as it is, 49 divided by this 3. Okay, so here we are getting 3 1s are 3, 3 9s are 27. So here you are getting minus 343 divided by 9 minus 49 by 3. Okay, next, so when we take the LCM for this 3 and 9, we are getting the answer as 9. Okay, so what we will do here, so this is 9 1s are 9, it is already, and this 3 3s are 9 we are getting. Okay, so we will keep, so this one only will be multiplied here similarly. So 343 into 1 we are getting minus 343, and here 49 minus 49 multiplied by 3 we are getting 3 9s are 27, 7, 2 will be remaining here, 3 4s are 12, and 147 we are getting. Okay, so here when we subtract this, you can see here both are with minus signs. So here we are getting minus sign. So we should remember this whenever we are having two minus signs, and what we need to do here is we need to add this. So what we will do, 343 should be added to 147. Okay, so here we are getting 3 plus 7 is 10, 0 and 1 will be carried, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 will be 9 and 3 plus 1 is 4. So 490 minus 490 is divided by 9. So we are getting the answer in terms of minus 490 divided by 9. So directly we can say that this 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. If this was a factor of this whole term, if this 7 plus 3x was the factor of this term, then we would have got the answer in 0. Since we are getting this answer, it is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So directly we can write, so 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Okay. So that's all for today. I hope everything is clear to you. The whole exercise is cleared. If you are having any doubts regarding this, you can comment me down below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. So I'll be back with another video here. Till then, stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you.